StudioLeague.com. We want to say thank you to everybody who logs on and checks out the site on a daily. Of course, Tech and I have been working really hard to bring you all the behind-the-scenes footage on everything that's been coming through the Valley. And, you know, like I was just telling our next special guest that this site has expanded so much over the year from artists and what's been going on behind the scenes at concerts. We've had comics on our show. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to announce the very first artist, female actress, I should say. She's a little bit of both worlds. The star of the upcoming Philly Brown movie. Put your motherfucking hands together for my pretty friend, Gina Rodriguez, ladies and gentlemen. How we doing, Gina?
Thank you. You know how to make a Puerto Rican flag.
There we go. So, Miss Gina Rodriguez, you've been staying really busy, of course, focusing on this Philly Brown movie release. How has that been going for you?
It's been going great. Right now I'm in Houston. We have a screening tonight at 8 p.m. at the AMC in Sunvale. I'm going back to Miami to perform on Nuestra Belleza, one of the songs that I actually helped write for the film.
Nice.
And the movie comes out April 19th, so we're super stoked. We got about a week left to keep pushing and get the word out, so this Latino hit could be bigger than we ever expected.
Yeah. And speaking of Latino hit, you know, I was about to mention, you know, I'm seeing the commercials on Telemundo, Univision, La Gorda y La Flaca had something about you this past week. Tell me that ain't big for you guys.
Yeah, it's such a blessing because we've gotten so much support in the Latino community. And just recently, you know, I've got really great friends that are pushing for me and trying to get us out there as much as possible and cross over the general market. So we're just happy to get as much support as we possibly can because, let me tell you, dog, we don't have enough Latino films in the industry. To be honest, we don't have enough films that have Latinos in it, so we need to make that shit pop.
And you know the crazy thing about that is we are actually the biggest race in the United States, and we can't seem to pull it off. What the heck's going on?
You know what I'm saying? You're hitting it right on the head there. We are 50 million plus. We are stronger than any freaking army in the biz. And as soon as Latinos understand that, as soon as we come together and unite and start putting our energy, our support, our commitment, our money into our own people, our own culture, Hollywood can't deny it.
They can't deny it.
We're a force to be reckoned with, and they better start putting money into Latinos because we're here to stay and we just keep growing. Hello.
Well, good. It sounds like you actually took the initiative to do it yourself because now you're actually the star of Philly Brown, which did so well at the Sundance Festival. Let me ask you this. Did you think the movie was going to do so well like it did at the Sundance Festival?
You know, while we were shooting the movie almost 2 years ago with, Edward James Olmos, Lou Diamond Phillips, Jenny Rivera, Emilio Rivera, the list goes on of just amazing Latino talent, amazing talent that happens to be Latino. And while we were shooting, there was something in the air. It just felt real right, and there was no divas on set, and everybody loved the story, and everybody was committed to making this film something special, even though it was made for very, very little, very humble were some of the giants that entered this movie and decided to take pay cuts because they believed in the script. So, when we were on set, that was the reality. And for me, I'm nowhere compared to the giants that were on set. I kept thinking, what are they doing? This is crazy. They're doing, they'll do this movie for little old me. But when we saw that first cut, there was something in the air. And then when we went to Sundance, the love we got from the general market, not just the Latinos, but from 70-year-old white people from Utah, I was like, we got something, we got something real special when you got a cowboy coming up to you and be like, I don't listen to that kind of music and I love hip-hop.
That's a blessing. That's definitely a true blessing right there. So let me take it back a little bit. How did you actually find out about the casting for Philly Brown? Did somebody approach you about it? Did you hear it? Your management? How did that work?
I was actually super blessed. I had a really great friend of mine, Jesse Garcia. Badass Latino talent, was in Quinceañera, Mamita, Sons of Anarchy, just a really ridiculous actor.
Wow.
He had done a movie with The Boys, with Yusuf Dillara, Michael Olmos, and Victor Turan called Bedrooms. He saw the movie Go For It that I was in, and he knew about Philly Brown. And so he approached him and said, you need to take a look at my girl, Gina. And they said, yeah, bring her in. He sent me the script. I was like, let's do it. Get me in front of these men.
Wow.
And she was supposed to be a spoken word artist, and I've done spoken word before. I'd never touched music before. But the day of the audition, I heard that they were going to change it to a rapper. So when I was in that audition room, And they said, you got anything else to say after I did my audition and my spoken word piece? I was like, yeah, I want to throw down a little flow for you real quick.
Yo, let me do a hot 16 real quick, yo. That's usually how I get approached.
Nice. So then the next day, they called me up and they said, Edward James almost saw your tape and he said he finally found your Philly.
Damn.
Wow. Put your hands together for that right there. That's historical right there.
Dope
That was
right there.
crazy. That was crazy. I was like, where is Eddie? I'm going to slap him across the face. What are you talking about?
Nice.
So it was truly a dream come true because he's, one of my heroes as he is, I believe, every Latino in this country and out of it, and to have him as the godfather of this film just feels very special.
Damn.
Nice. That is very special. That's monumental. So congratulations on that and how that all worked out for you, Gina. So, you started from spoken word, you also rap, and you're also featured on the Philly Brown soundtrack with my man Slow Pain. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Slow Pain and I do one of my favorite songs in the entire movie called Reflections. I mean, it's a song that ends the movie. And it is when Philly Brown found her voice. It's the voice of Philly Brown. And so working with Slow Pain, working in the studio with him, watching him write and watching him spit was probably the most ridiculous experience for me. The man is brilliant. The man's voice is like butter. And he truly helped me along the way. He was very generous, kind, and open to helping me. And, especially somebody that wasn't originally a rapper to begin with,
Nice. It makes a difference in the studio, the chemistry, obviously, and it was nice of Slow Pain to be there to support you is what you're saying, basically.
Yes, it was
Nice.
very nice.
Well, we're looking forward to the soundtrack, that's for sure. Of course, the movie you said is April 16th? 19th.
April 19th, go out Friday night. The first weekend is most important. We need as much support as possible. And if we do well the first weekend, then they'll give us more theaters. They give us more theaters, we can really let Hollywood know Latinos, we've got talent and we've got force, and they have to start paying attention to us a lot more than they do.
Spoken like a real Latino who wants to see her people come up, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for the one and only upcoming star. I mean, I know you don't really present yourself like a star, but everywhere I'm turning now, man, everybody's labeling you as this next big star. How does that feel?
It's crazy. I mean, it feels like a blessing, and it feels like I have just the most tremendous support group around me, and even beyond that, people I don't even know are supporting me, and that makes my heart swell like nobody's business. And it also makes me feel like, I look in the sky and I see mad stars, right? It's just some nights, some are shining a little brighter than others. We're all stars, dog. We're all stars.
Well, you're definitely star in our eyes, and that's why it was only right. StudioLeague.com, the #1 independent Latin-owned website here in the Northwest, had to get behind our friend Gina Rodriguez.
That's what I'm talking about.
Huh?
That's what I'm talking about.
And I'm honest, we went out on the limb. We were like, this girl is not going to give us the time of day to call our little Mexican asses out here in the cold-ass Northwest to talk about this film that has just been getting so many reviews and you've been getting so many appraises and stuff. So we salute you here. Put your hands together one more time for our friend Gina Rodriguez. I got one last question for you because I know you're staying busy. What is the one thing that the average person doesn't or wouldn't know about Gina Rodriguez? Do you pick your toes? Do you chew your toenails at night? What do you do?
She's like,
Trying to put me on blast. Dog.
I mean, I'm just trying to dig a little deeper than the normal DJ would.
Okay, something that people wouldn't know about me. I don't know, I'd be putting myself on the table way too often.
Come on.
I am. What do I do that's weird? I'm trying to think about things. Like one thing that kind of slightly embarrasses me, that I'm kind of like the Latina Martha Stewart. I knit and crochet like a monster.
No shit, you are Mexican. My mom be making them blankets too all winter. So you know how to do crochet.
Old school stuff.
Yeah, baby. I can knit you a scarf, an Afghan for your child, a beanie for your head in the winter.
Hey, I recently had a son, so I'm gonna take you up on that. If you can make me some chaclitas or something, that'd be awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon. That's one thing you never would have known if we wouldn't have hung out with us here on StudioLeague.com. The girl gets down when it comes to crocheting. Like my mom would say, una aguja con dos agujas. All right, Gina, thank you so much for your time. Philly Brown, April 19th in theaters. Latinos, stand the fuck up, man. We
support the movie.
Come on now. Gina, thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much. I just want to say thank you to Pantaleon Lionsgate for distributing and believing in Philly Brown, to my directors, to Edward for believing in us. I would love to say, blessings and light and love from Jenny Rivera. We miss you so much, Jenny. We love you. You're our angel, and this movie is for you, and we will make sure to make you proud.
Nice. Spoken like a real star. Hey. Put your hands together one more time, ladies and gentlemen, for our friend, Miss Gina Rodriguez.
Thanks, guys.